How about now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to be looking into Kata containers. There's a bunch of stuff you got to do to enable it on Kubernetes, and I'm pretty sure there's also some things that I need to do on the antidote side. I'm not convinced that I want to enable Kata containers for everything. It may be something that we enable only for um, images that we specify need certain privileges. So I'll draw something up and post it to the forums or something, and maybe we could talk about it next week.
hmm
Um, but yeah, I'll be probably working on that this week more than likely.
I don't remember my experiments of last year when I tried kata containers or kubevert. I kind of remember that I didn't work with containerd by default and I had to use cryo, something like that. So it was a bit tricky, but maybe it's not for kata and for kubevert. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's true from what I've seen. And I think the main reason for that is if you want to work with privileged containers. I think from what I've seen, everything works pretty well if you don't want privileged mode. But if you want to grant like all capabilities, for instance, to a container, what that normally does is it gives you access, not just it doesn't just run that container with all capabilities enabled, but it also gives access to all hardware devices under /dev, which kind of defeats the purpose of running in a VM because you can just use that hardware to escape.
Mhm.
In theory, anyway. Um, so I think Kata has like its own version of privileged mode that doesn't do some of that stuff. So and yeah, I think you're right. I think that relies on cryo, which I don't know much about, to be honest. I just know that it's different from containerd slightly. So I got to look into all that stuff and see what kind of things I need to replace. Um, and what I mean, clearly run C needs to be augmented so that it's not the only runtime. But maybe there needs to be another container process running too. Anyway, I'll look into that and draw something up, see what needs to be done.
Mhm.
But that's probably going to be it for my week.
Right.
How about you?
Not a lot. I recorded an English version of a presentation I did last week so that my ideas around antidote, eclipse chain, and so on can be spread a bit
Oh, cool.
wider. So maybe that will attract a bit of attention. I don't know. And besides that, I'm too busy with family concerns for doing much. So
Sure.
that's it.
That was me last week, so I fully understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sweet. Yeah, and hey, send me a link to that presentation. I'd love to watch it.
If you check the latest post in the Discuss forum, you will find the link.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't looked this morning. Nice.
It was recorded at home at night, so it isn't really fast, but you may skip a bit and well, nothing new because you already know what I'm interested in for Antidote at least. But
Sure.
if you don't know, maybe you could be interested in Mesh Central that I just discovered a few days ago, which is a neat tool for remote control or remote snooping on, on people connected, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's neat and could be interesting in the context of cloud desktop stuff like that.
Nice. All right, cool. Let's see. So yeah, I'll be probably spinning up a few things in the next few weeks. Um, but just as a reminder, I'm going on paternity leave in August. Uh,
Mhm.
so I'll be off for at least a month.
Okay.
I got to figure out what I want to do with the stand up. I mean, I can obviously anybody can join it, um, and you don't need to be a host or anything like that. You can just join it and automatically record. So all that stuff's good. I'll just leave that. I'll leave all that in place, but um, I'll send a few blogs or tweets out to let other people know
Mhm.
that I'll be out, and whoever joins can just talk about whatever.
Yeah. In any case, we could manage something on another platform like our Big Blue Button, and I can manage recordings and stuff. That's not really a problem. It would just be in a different place, but
Okay. Anything else this week?
no, I don't think so. Just noticed the message that what's her name already? Your former colleague sent about the end of the open source program at Juniper. So it was a bit sad news,
Oh
but
yeah,
I guess this is life of projects and companies and the
yeah. Was
crisis and
that was
stuff.
that Vicky? Did you get that from
Vicky, yeah,
Vicky?
Vicky,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I have some thoughts on that, but I won't voice them.
Or you can cut the recording.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I'm still around. I'm by no means in charge of open source at Juniper or anything like that. But I'm still doing this. And to be clear, there's still support for this. We don't
Mhm.
we didn't our the support for this project wasn't predicated on the presence of an open source team at Juniper. So
Yeah.
this while there's certainly a downside to not having one, it doesn't mean the death of the project. So
Mm. In principle, everything is set up so that the project can move on,
yeah, certainly,
provided that
certainly, yeah, yeah. Well,
someone's
there's a
paying
few
for the
there's a
bills.
few
But
aspects, right? There's of course the project, but then there's the running instance of the site.
yeah.
So
Mm.
all of that stuff. So all of those things don't have necessarily the same fate, but like I said, at the moment and for the foreseeable future, that everything's still totally fine. My the guy that originally hired me onto Juniper to start the project really is still um, super super supportive of everything we're doing. So there's no negative forecasting for me to
Okay.
give. It's all
That's
good.
that's good news, and I must say I'm thankful for those efforts, even though we haven't deployed anything yet on production. But I'm confident that it may happen someday, and this investment by Juniper will be much appreciated.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's all for me.
Okay, me too.
Alrighty. Well, I will chat with you next week.
Yeah, see you. Bye.
Bye.